The train that returned empty. December 12, 1979. 2:47 p.m. England. Leeds Central Station. Northern Rail, train number 247. Route, Leeds to Edinburgh. 4-hour journey. 47 passengers boarded. 2:52 p.m. the train departed. 6:23 p.m. it arrived at Edinburgh Station. But the train was empty. All 47 passengers vanished. Not a single one remained. How? The train never stopped. Never pulled into any station. Doors never opened. But the passengers disappeared. And to this day, none of them have ever been found. My name is George Thornton. In 1979, I was 34 years old. I worked as a train engineer for Northern Rail. December 12, 1979. I will never forget that day. Because that day was my last day in the profession. After that day, I never operated a train again. Because that day, 47 people disappeared. On my train. And I saw nothing. I'm 79 years old now. 45 years have passed. But I still remember every detail. December 12, 1979. Thursday. Leeds Central Station. Winter. Cold but not snowing. I arrived at the station at 2 p.m. I boarded my train, number 247. I checked the locomotive controls. Everything was normal. Northern Rail 247. Direct route from Leeds to Edinburgh. 4 carriages. 150 person capacity. But that day, there were 47 passengers. Not very crowded. A normal Thursday. My assistant was also there. Thomas Reed. 28 years old. Ticket conductor. At 2:30 p.m., Thomas went to the carriages. He checked tickets. George, 47 passengers, he said. All showed their tickets. Everything's fine. Good, I said. We depart at 2:52. Thomas smiled. I'm seeing my girlfriend in Edinburgh. Let's arrive on time. I laughed too. Don't worry. We'll be on time. Ah. If only I had known. If I had known in that moment. Thomas had a ticket control list. 47 names. I remember all of them. Because I read the police report countless times. Here are some. Carriage 1, 15 people. 1. Margaret Sullivan, 67, retired teacher. 2. David Chen, 42, businessman. 3. Emma Richardson, 29, nurse. 4. Peter Walsh, 55, journalist. 5. Sarah Mitchell, 23, student. And 10 more. Carriage 2, 12 people. 16. James Parker, 38, engineer. 17. Linda Thompson, 34, secretary. 18. Robert Hughes, 61, retired. 19. Catherine Brown, 45, housewife. And 8 more. Carriage 3, 11 people. 28. Michael Anderson, 27, teacher. 29. Jennifer Harris, 31, doctor. 30. William Foster, 49, police officer. And 8 more. Carriage 4, 9 people. 40. Elizabeth Moore, 56, writer. 41. Daniel Wright, 33, architect. 42. Rachel Cooper, 25, artist. And 6 more. 47 people. Different ages. Different professions. Their common point, they were going to Edinburgh. And none of them were ever seen again. 2:52 p.m. Right on time. I blew the whistle. The train began moving. Thomas was in the carriages. Ticket check complete. Everything normal. We left Leeds station. City scenery. Houses. Factories. Then, countryside. Green hills. Sheep. Old stone walls. Northern England landscape. Weather cloudy but no rain. Train traveling at 140 kilometers per hour. Everything perfect. At 3:30 p.m., Thomas came to the locomotive. "Want some tea?" he said. "Yes, please," I said. Thomas pulled out a thermos. Poured 2 cups of tea. "How are the passengers?" I asked. "Fine. Some sleeping. Some reading. One couple talking. Normal." "Good." We drank our tea. Thomas left. Returned to the carriages. And in that moment, everything was normal. Nothing strange. Nothing at all. 3:47 p.m. 55 minutes since we left Leeds. We entered a tunnel. Moorland Tunnel. 1.2 kilometers long. Dark. A normal tunnel. Trains pass through it every day. The tunnel takes 3 minutes. We entered the tunnel. Lights inside. Train illuminated. Everything normal. Looking from the locomotive, I could see the tunnel's end. A point of light in the distance. The light approaching. Getting closer. And we emerged. Out of the tunnel. Open air. Green hills. Sunshine. Everything normal. But there was something. Silence. Normally, after exiting a tunnel, you hear sounds from the carriages. People talking. Children shouting. Footsteps. But in that moment, silence. Complete silence. Strange, I thought. But I didn't think much of it. Maybe everyone was sleeping. The train continued. 4:30 p.m. Normally Thomas would come back to the locomotive at 4:30. After ticket check was done. To chat with me. But he didn't come. 4:40 p.m. Still no sign. 4:50 p.m. Still nothing. Where is he? I thought. Maybe he's talking with a passenger. Maybe helping someone. 5 p.m. Strange, I said to myself. I pressed the intercom system. Called the carriages. Thomas? Thomas, are you there? No answer. I tried again. Thomas? Answer me. Still no answer. My heart rate increased. Something was wrong. But the train couldn't stop. Because this was a direct route. We weren't stopping at any intermediate stations. We wouldn't stop until Edinburgh. Calm down, George, I told myself. You'll check in Edinburgh. But I had a bad feeling inside. Very bad. 6:23 p.m. Edinburgh Waverley Station. I entered the platform. I stopped the train. Perfect stop. I shut off the engine. I got off the locomotive. The platforms were full. People had come to meet passengers. Here it comes, they shouted. But then they waited. No one got off. The train doors were closed. Station staff approached. Mr. Thornton, where are the passengers? In the carriages, I said. Open the doors. The staff member opened the doors. We looked in carriage 1. Empty. Completely empty. No one there. Seats empty. No luggage. Nothing at all. We went to carriage 2. Empty. Carriage 3. Empty. Carriage 4. Empty. All 47 passengers had vanished. And in that moment, my heart stopped. Where? I screamed. Where are they? The station staff were stunned. Mr. Thornton, did the train ever stop? No. We came directly. Did the doors open? No. They never opened. Then where did the passengers go? I don't know. And that day ended for me. December 12, 1979. 8 p.m. Police arrived. Detectives. Managers. They interrogated me. Mr. Thornton, please tell us. Everything. I told them. Everything. Departure from Leeds. The journey. Thomas's tea. The tunnel. The silence. Arrival in Edinburgh. Did you see anything strange? No. Did you stop at all? No. We came directly. Did something happen in the tunnel? No. We passed through normally. The detectives examined the train. 4 carriages. Doors. Windows. Emergency exits. Nothing had been opened. Doors were locked. Windows were closed. Emergency brakes hadn't been used. Carriage cameras didn't exist. In 1979, security cameras weren't yet common. Only ticket records existed. 47 names. 47 tickets. All purchased in Leeds. All printed. But the passengers were missing. Police developed several theories. Theory 1, mass escape. Maybe the 47 passengers made an agreement. When the train stopped, they escaped. But the train never stopped. And why? Why would 47 people escape? Theory weak. Maybe I'm lying. Maybe the train stopped. Maybe I opened the doors. But why? And train records were checked. No GPS in 1979, but train time records existed. Leeds, 2:52 p.m. departure. Edinburgh, 6:23 p.m. arrival. Exactly 3 hours 31 minutes. Normal time, 3 hours 30 minutes to 3 hours 35 minutes. If the train had stopped, it would have been late. But it arrived exactly on time. Theory rejected. Theory 3, Thomas Reid's plan. Maybe the ticket conductor Thomas Reid did something. Maybe he gave passengers something. Drugs? Poison? Then threw them out in the tunnel? But the tunnel was inspected. No bodies. No traces. And Thomas is also missing. Theory unclear. Theory 4, mass murder, buried bodies. Maybe someone killed 47 people. Hid the bodies. But how? Inside the train? The train was completely searched. No hidden compartments. No hidden areas. Theory impossible. Theory 5, paranormal. Local people were saying something else. Moreland Tunnel is cursed, they said. Strange things happen in that tunnel, they said. People disappear, they said. But police didn't believe it. Legend, they said. Not scientific. The search lasted 2 weeks. Teens. 300 police officers. 100 volunteers. Dogs. Helicopters. Search areas. Moreland Tunnel, completely searched. No traces. Train tracks, every meter from Leeds to Edinburgh checked. Nothing. Forests, all forests along the route scanned. No bodies. Villages, nearby villages questioned. No one saw anything strange. Findings. 1. In the tunnel ***. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Tunnel normal. Clean. No blood traces. No smell. 2. On the train ***. No belongings remained from the 47 passengers. No luggage. No bags. No coats. Nothing. As if they had never boarded. 3. Ticket records ***. 47 tickets printed. All real. But the passengers, like ghosts. 4. Thomas Reed's belongings ***. Thomas's uniform, ticket bag, radio. All missing. As if Thomas never existed. The 47 passengers had families. Spouses. Children. Parents. Siblings. All of them came to Edinburgh. They questioned me. George. Where is my wife? Where is my son? Where is my mother? I couldn't answer. I don't know, I said. I'm sorry. I don't know. A woman shouted at me. Sarah Mitchell's mother. You're the engineer. How can you not know? I was in the locomotive. I couldn't see. Liar. Police took her away. A man came. William Foster's son. William was a police officer. Mr. Thornton, he said calmly. My father was a disciplined man. Careful. If he had sensed danger, he would have escaped. But he didn't. Because there was no danger. Isn't that right? Yes, I said. There was no danger. Then where did my father go? I don't know. The man nodded. Left. And I felt so guilty. 1 month later. January 1980. British Rail made an official statement regarding the disappearance of 47 passengers on the Leeds-Edinburgh train number 247 on December 12, 1979. A comprehensive investigation has been conducted. No evidence has been found. No bodies have been found. The cause of the incident cannot be determined. The case is closed as unsolved. Our condolences to the families. That's it. 47 people disappeared. And unsolved. No answers. I could never work again. Northern Rail fired me. For security reasons, they said. But I didn't do anything. I said. We know, Mr. Thornton. But the public is afraid of you. They were right. People looked at me. Strange looks. The engineer of the train where 47 people disappeared. Maybe he did something. Maybe he's guilty. I fell into deep depression. I saw a psychologist. For 5 years. George, you're also a victim, the psychologist said. You experienced trauma. But 47 people disappeared, I said. I'm still here. You also disappeared, George. In a different way. In 1985, I got married. To a woman named Mary. I told her everything. On our first date. I worked on that train. The train where 47 people disappeared. Mary held my hand. George, this isn't your fault. Then why did I survive? I don't know. But you're lucky. Lucky? I don't know. Years passed. Moreland Tunnel became a legend. People were telling stories. Strange things happen in that tunnel. When you pass through on the train, you hear sounds. You hear someone talking. 47 voices. I returned in 1995. To Moreland Tunnel. Why? I don't know. Maybe I was looking for an answer. I drove there. To the tunnel entrance. I walked in. Dark. Long 1.2 kilometers. I walked. And walked. I was in the middle. I stopped. Silence. Complete silence. And then I heard a sound. Very distant. Very soft. A whisper. George. I turned around. No one behind me. George, why you? My heart started racing. Who's there? Why did you remain? Who's there? Silence. I ran. Out of the tunnel. Got in my car. Drove away fast. And never went back again. Now it's 2024. 45 years have passed. I'm 79 years old. Mary died 3 years ago. From cancer. I have children. Sarah and Michael. Both married. I have grandchildren. 4 of them. A normal life. But I still have dreams. Every night. That train. That tunnel. That silence. And those voices. George, why you? A psychologist asked me. George, what do you think happened that day? I don't know. Don't you have any theory? I did. I thought about it a lot. For 45 years. And I think they were chosen. Chosen? Yes. 47 people. Not random. They were selected. By whom? I don't know. But I wasn't chosen. Why not? I don't know. Maybe because I was the engineer. Maybe because the train needed to keep running. What do you mean? I mean, that train was a vehicle. A carrier. It took 47 people from one place to another. Where? I don't know. The psychologist took notes. George, do you think they're still alive? I paused. I don't know. But I feel it. They're still somewhere. Where? In that tunnel. Today. December 12, 2024. Exactly the 45th anniversary. I went again. To Moreland Tunnel. One last time. Because I want an answer before I die. I don't have a car anymore. I'm old. My son Michael took me. Dad, are you sure? He said. Yes. One last time. We came to the tunnel entrance. Michael will wait. I'll go in alone. I'm walking. Dark. Cold. I reached the middle. I stopped. Silence. And then I saw them. 47 people. In the middle of the tunnel. Standing there. Looking at me. Thomas Reed. Ticket conductor. Margaret Sullivan. Retired teacher. William Foster. Police officer. Sarah Mitchell. Student. All of them. 47 people. They haven't aged. Still look like they did in 1979. Thomas stepped forward. George, he said. You finally returned. You're here. Yes. We've always been here. What happened? What happened that day? Thomas smiled. A sad smile. We were chosen, George. Not from the train. From the world. What do you mean? That train was a crossing point. A door. We passed through. You didn't. Why? Because it wasn't your time. Is it now? Thomas nodded. If you want. The 47 people reached out their hands. Toward me. George, join us. You're not alone anymore. We waited 45 years. Are you ready? I reached out my hand. And George Thornton was found dead in Moreland Tunnel on December 12, 2024. Natural causes. Heart attack. He was 79 years old. On his face, there was a peaceful expression. As if he had finally found peace. And locals say. That night, sounds came from Moreland Tunnel. 48 voices. George finally joined them. Case file, still unsolved. 47 passengers, still missing. But George Thornton. George finally joined them. 45 years later. Finally, he went home.